Is it that time again? I guess so. What's up, everybody? It's me, Xanthros, with another ASMR playthrough. And once again today, we'll be playing Buried, Chapter 3, continuing our sinister adventure into the darkness. Now, if you guys remember where we left off last time, we met Marcus, a crazy IT tech, in this underground government facility where they're doing crazy experiments. And we are currently with our buddy Dennis. He's hurt, and we still need to get a first aid for him. Alright, so if you guys are ready, kick back, relax, and enjoy this wonderful atmospheric game. Let's begin. Alright, I know we should start getting into the nitty-gritty now. We follow Marcus into what I can only describe as a control room of sorts. There are countless computer screens, some of which are obviously coming back on from having been shut off. Everything looks extremely complicated, from screens filled with code and data to what is obviously a security system. It reminds me of a miniaturized version of the Operations Center in just about every space travel movie I've ever seen. Marcus is running from one screen to another, apparently looking for some pertinent bit of information. "Where's the first aid kit?" I snap at him. Marcus stops in his tracks, as if he has forgotten the whole reason for bringing us down here. "Oh yeah," he says, rushing to the left side of the room. There, he hunkers down by an open panel in the wall, what I assume is the emergency vault from where he got the rifle. Now, I either have the option to look at the computer monitors or peer into the open vault. I'm assuming I probably won't be able to understand what's on the monitors. I want to peer into the vault with him, make sure he doesn't grab a gun of his own, because from what I can understand, there's guns in there. I peer over Marcus's shoulder into the vault he's opened. It's much larger than it looks from the outside. It's partially filled with folders marked classified, a few rounds of ammo for the rifle, a peculiar plastic kit filled with syringes, and a locked black box. As Marcus digs around, one of the folders slips open. For a split second it opens, I see a scanned document and a color photo. The photo shows a male corpse with his guts on the ground, cuts on the outside of its body as if it has been turned inside out. There's also massive swelling on its head, almost like his skull is about to explode. Marcus slaps the folder close, and then I turn my attention to one of the syringes. It's filled with a violet-colored fluid that, while rather pretty in color, looks deadly. Marcus finally puts out the first aid kit and turns around. When I look back to motion, Dennis over. He's back paler than ever. "Come on," I tell him, but he's not moving from the place on the floor where he sits against the wall. I slide the first aid kit over to him and go scrambling into his side. Between the struggle for the rifle upstairs and arriving in this room, he's faded fast. I struggle to lift his shirt up and then over his shoulders as the dried blood holds in its place. The mere act causes him to grimace. "This might hurt a little," I tell Dennis. He only nods. He doesn't seem to care. I'll either rip the shirt off quickly or rip it off gently. I think he can handle a little more pain. I'd rather have him go through pain, a little more pain, than actually injure him further, so let's do this gently. Oh god. He decided to pull the shirt off gently. I'll lift the shirt off gently, and it makes a sucking sound. There's so much blood that the moisture tries to keep the shirt pulled to him. Dennis lets out a little moan mind seems to relax, in spite of his injuries. With the shirt fully removed, the extent of his injuries become more clear. His wound is more visible now, although it's partially hidden by the blood that has started to clot around it. My medical knowledge is slim, basically just a bunch of basics I learned in Boy Scouts. I look over to Marcus, hopefully, and ask, "You have any training?" "Zero," he says. "Sorry." "It's just as well, I guess." He's far too concerned with what's happening on the monitors to be much help anyway. I start venting out the several rolls of gauze within the kit and wipe as much blood as I can away from the wound on this side. It's even worse than I had figured from the start. The gash is deep and dark. I'm pretty sure it's infected too. He's going to need stitches, that's for sure, but I have no idea how to even start that. Besides, I don't see the tools for it in the kit. When I splash rubbing alcohol over the wound, he responds with a hoarse yelp of surprise, but nothing more. His eyes are locked on me, and he looks appreciative, but he's also scared. "Be honest," Dennis says hopefully. "How bad does it look? You think I'll live?" Oh God. I can either tell him it looks really bad, or that it looks fine. Now, I need him to be reassured. If he fears any more, then he won't respond positively. I need him to stay calm no matter what. He'll be fine, no problem. You choose to comfort Dennis. "Good to know," he says, "because I sure don't feel like that." "You've been through hell," I say. "I think it feels worse than it actually looks." "Thanks. That's a relief." "I won't lie. You're going to have a scar," I say, trying to be funny. He chuckles a bit. There's no humor in it. He rests his head against the wall and closes his eyes. I finish up. I place one layer of gauze against the wound and bind it with medical tape. I then reinforce it with a second layer. I know it's meager, but it's all I can do. "Thanks, Roger," he says, actually managing to force out a smile. "I feel a lot better. I think I'll be fine." I'm not sure about that, but I'm glad I was able to encourage him. I look back at Marcus, and he is looking back at us, deep in thought. My eyes starting to really swell up from where he kicked me earlier. Maybe I shouldn't have let him off so easy. "Are these first aid kits all you have in this facility?" I ask him. "If there's something better, I don't know about it," he says. I notice then that his defensive posture is no longer there. Something is different now. Just a slight change to his demeanor. He's seen something on those monitors that has him frightened more than he already was before. "What is it?" I ask. "What's wrong?" His eyes travel around the room, and it's obvious that he's trying to decide whether or not to tell me the truth. "Come on, spit it out, or get up and look at the monitors. I want to see this for myself." I'm pretty sure he wouldn't tell me otherwise. Rather than wait for him, I get up and scan screens behind him, seeing if I can find any clues I had missed moments ago. After a few moments, I see a few things that even I can comprehend hidden into complex information on most of the screens. On one screen, I see what looks like a power meter that is slowly climbing upwards. A single message is flashing beneath it. It reads, "Unexpected power failure, foreign entity." Another message trickling along the bottom of the black screen says, "Safety locks on. Level 3 contaminated doors engaged. Override? ? I see still scenes on a few other screens that I assume are security cameras, showing hallways and passages from elsewhere in the facility. One of them shows the first level hallway we were on just a few minutes ago. Another shows a hallway I don't recognize. The floor is covered in blood. From just off the screen, I see what I think might be a human body, but it's bent in an impossible way. It looks like the body's leg and torso have somehow been merged or melted into the floor. I can either ask what's wrong with the systems, or what happened to that person there. I want to know what the hell happened to that guy or girl. I have no idea. I didn't see it, he says. Whatever happened to that guy must have happened in the last minute or so. What the hell? I ask. There's something still happening. Are we still in danger? He turns away, clearly fearing he has already said too much. And as bad as that is, there's a scene on another monitor that makes my blood go cold and my fears spike to level somewhere near terror. The scene is very familiar. It's the logging site. The equipment is unmistakably mine. I can even see my truck. Something like fury starts to rise up in my guts, momentarily pushing aside the fear. For a moment, I consider just tearing into him. A few punches and a shove against the wall, nothing more. I want answers, and I want them now, but I'm not sure which would provide more answers, asking calmly or kicking his ass. Oh boy. I don't need anyone else to get hurt right now. I can't. I already have Dennis injured, and I need any kind of person that can help me out. Let's ask him calmly. I'd be livid as well. Could you please explain to me why you've been spying on my crew? My anger is prodding at me, and I have to hold it back again. It's near the surface, demanding a release. It was part of my job, mine and a few others. Your crew has been watched ever since you set up your equipment. Why? Because you're working with heavy equipment, some of which digs into the ground less than a mile from a secret government facility. I had no idea of that, I say. How could I have known? Marcus gives me the same crooked, trembling smile that is beginning to creep me out. Because those things would draw attention to this place, he says. You have no idea how secretive this facility is. Besides, I know that the higher-ups looked into it. Your site isn't on government land. It's shy just about 300 yards. Every piece of your equipment is on private property. The timber tract you purchased from Mr. Gladstone 2 months ago. So if we wanted to intervene and keep your crew away, we couldn't have without stirring up a fuss. The fact that someone with such a low-level clearance knows as much about my logging crew is unnerving. If you've been watching us, why didn't you recognize us when we met in the hallway, I ask. He shakes his head and exhales, like it's obvious. The cameras have a bird's eye view. I can't see faces. We just track bodies and names. No, I'm gonna exclaim this. So where the hell is my crew? Not asking calmly anymore. Look, Marcus says. All of you were on site as usual before the incident. It had been a few hours since I checked though. I can tell he is starting to get rattled by this interrogation. He continues with his eyes fixed on the keyboard. They might have come near the facility, or maybe not. I don't know. I'd tell you if I did, okay? Well, are they inside the facility? I shout. You have cameras everywhere, right? Look for them. Marcus puts his hands up defensively. I've been looking all over and I haven't seen your crew. But, yeah, the lower levels don't have any cameras. Classified. I'm not sure how they would have gotten there. But it's a possibility. I'm still shocked that we're being watched. Do they know everything about us? I'm telling you, Marcus said. The depth of influence in this facility goes deep. There are 36 employees down here. Outside of those employees, only 5 other people know this place exists. What the hell goes on here? I'm a little calmer now. Well, in my head I'm a little calmer, so I'll ask calmly. What do all the people here do? I ask, keeping my voice level. He doesn't pause to consider if he should go any further. He actually laughs when he gives me the answer. I honestly don't know everything. Probably very little. But what I do know is that it's more than Black Ops. What does that mean? I ask. There are scientists here who have been disowned by their own government because of the nature of their work. You get it now? I don't. Not at all. But I don't want him to know about that. You said there are 36 employees, I say. Where are they now? He shakes his head. As far as I know, everyone else is gone. Gone where? He points at a screen that still informs us of the unexpected power failure and cringes. If this power failure was not corrected in time, there's no telling. But they're here in the facility somewhere, right? I ask, hoping someone will be able to help Dennis better than I can. I just don't know, Marcus says. They could be anywhere. Look, I say, furious. I say, furious with the way he is talking in riddles. I don't. Hey, boss, Dennis says, his voice flat and toneless. He stands up and is now looking blankly at one of the monitors. My eyes follow his, and when I see what's on the monitor, my heart pounds in my chest. Who is that? He asks, indicating the portion of leg sticking out from an overturned dozer. Guilt slams into me like a bullet between my eyes. In my panic and fear, I avoid even trying to pull him out. More than that, I still haven't told Dennis. Holy shit, he says, looking closer. It's Tony. He's dead. Dennis looks like he's just been punched in the stomach. He looks at me, unbelievably. Did you know? Dennis demands. Oh my god. Okay. This is gonna hurt me. But I'm gonna say yes. I can explain. Hopefully I will explain to him that I didn't want to tell him earlier. I didn't want to send him into shock. But I need his trust more than ever. You knew Tony was dead this whole time, and you didn't tell me. This whole time. He stands up and lunges at me, but is too weak. I take a step back, avoiding his advance. What good would it have done? I ask. You'd still be hurt, and we'd still be here anyway. I didn't want to add more to your plate. He only glares at me. I think I see more of the some sort of dull understanding in his eyes. Suddenly, something blazes by the open door outside. The shape is vast and in shadow, but I'm pretty sure it's a person. Someone else is here, Marcus says, wheeling around. He sounds very happy to discover this, so I try to follow his lead. If something bad happened at this facility, then surely the sight of another survivor is a good thing, right? We should check it out, he says. But I can't help but feel this is a bad moment to leave Dennis. As I turn to Tom, I'm heading out with Marcus. He's not even looking at me. It's clear that he's still pissed that I kept him in the dark about Tony. I'm gonna be honest with him. I'm sorry. I should have told you. Maybe we should have, but I'm gonna say that more in just a comforting way. Well, maybe you could have realized that. I don't know. Before waiting God knows how many hours. His shouts rang in the small room. All I can do is look at the floor. The guy was practically my best. He stops talking, and I can tell he's definitely a sob. I'm sorry, Dennis. I start. About Tony. About not telling you. Just go check out what that person might be, he says, cutting me off. I turn to Marcus and motion for us to head out to investigate. Let's be careful, Marcus says. Depending on who it is, they may not be as hesitant to shoot a stranger as I was. I nodded him, and I head for the floor. I'm still holding the rifle in my hand, and I don't know if I have the guts to actually use it if needed. With a final look back to Dennis, I run out into the second level hallway. Gosh, I hope this doesn't ruin our relationship. I need him to stay strong. Things are getting hairy, guys. Marcus follows. There's still fear in his eyes, but also the slightest glimmer of hope. That hope is contagious. We take off after the figure that just ran past the command center. Ahead of us, the facility presents yet another long hallway. Right away, I notice that this level of the facility seems darker, even though the lights are now all on. The hallway is adorned with numbered yellow doorways and large white panels along the walls. It's clean and well maintained, but there's something ominous about it. Up ahead, I see the fleeting motion of something dark cutting quickly to the left, down a corridor. There, I say quietly, pointing up ahead. Marcus gives a nod, and we continue chasing after the person we saw blaze by the command center just a moment ago. And then it occurs to me, this person could be like Marcus was at first, armed and scared. I don't want to seem like I'm sneaking up, so I'm going to shout at them. Well, if it is running and not charging at us, then I don't think it would attack us, hopefully. Hey, stop. Who's there? I get no response, but I'm sure if I should be relieved or upset about this. The last person we met nearly killed me with a rifle. Why would this person be any different? They quickly dart around the corner and take the same shouting stance I've been countless times on TV. Shooting stance, I'm sorry. There's a woman standing there, about 10 feet away. She has reddish blonde hair and a small, mousy build. She looks terrified and is visibly shaking. She's probably in her late 30s, wearing a lab coat with dark jeans and green Converse low tops. I have a strange sense that her fear is not just about her sudden appearance. She looks like a woman who's been running scared for a while now. Her hands are raised in surrender. She's not holding a weapon. Marcus slowly approaches, taking a few steps at him. It's Amy, right? He asks. She blinks, seemingly surprised that he knows her name. Yes, she says. And you're Mark. Marcus. She nods absently and then looks to my rifle. I'm not going to be aggressive. She's clearly frightened. I'm not going to use it. Now, how do I know that? She asks. You're trespassing on government property in the midst of a huge, catastrophic event. And you have a rifle. How am I supposed to believe you? I have a friend back in the command center who needs medical attention, I say. And we're looking for the rest of our crew. I'm really sorry, but I don't know where they are, she says. Do you know what happened? Marcus asks. For the power outage. I don't know what caused it, she says, but there was an experiment taking place when the outage occurred. Something happened, and she trails off here, giving me a look of distrust. I saw things on the security monitors. Marcus says the experiment failed, didn't it? I don't know the specifics, Andy says. I barely escaped the third floor. I was going to go to the command center to see if the security footage showed anything, but then I saw you with the gun. listening to their conversation. I'm feeling totally in the dark. What has you so scared? I don't care what kind of experiments you're doing. I just want to know if there's any danger. Amy looks to me, her eyes wide and terrified. Who are you, anyway? She asks. I quickly give her my story. The longer stranded in the woods, following a peculiar explosion at the logging site. As I tell her, recognition blooms in her eyes. You're one of the loggers. Yes. She then looks to Marcus and says, I thought they were being watched. They were, Marcus says. This was a freak accident, and there's no proof that they were responsible. I feel myself wanting to submit to all the questions that are piling up in my head, but Dennis is waiting for me. I need medical attention immediately. I decide that despite my curiosity, I need to get to Dennis' help as soon as humanly possible. Look, is there any medical help to be had here or not? I ask. Probably, Amy says, but you'd have to find Colonel Barksdale. He knows where all these sorts of supplies are. And where is he? Where is everyone else? I ask. At this, Amy starts to weep. She falls to her knees, as if someone had struck her from behind. Gone, she says. Some were killed. Some were just... I don't know. They disappeared right in front of me. I can either say, what the hell's going on here? Disappeared. I want to know what she means by disappeared. Yes, she answered. They were here 1 second and gone the next. She snaps her fingers together for effect. Gone. Something's here with us, Amy says. We were conducting an experiment, and it all went horribly wrong. Something came through. It came through what? Marcus asks. I don't even know that much. An entity. But whatever it is, it's still here somewhere. Amy responds. How could you not know? Don't you have full security access? I ask. No. I have access to almost everything. There are 2 levels of security beyond my clearance. So what do you suggest we do now? I ask. I'm not sure, she asks, wiping her tears away. But if you want to find your crew, we need to find Barksdale. He's in charge. Where is he? I ask. Down on the 3rd level, in the hangar. Then let's go, I say. It's not that easy, Amy says, again looking to the rifle in my hands. Why not? Like I said, something came through when the power went out. There's several of them, all roaming in a 3rd level. I need to know what these things are. I can't just say, let's move. We need to prepare if it's something really bad, which pretty much tell it is. All I know is that the others refer to them as entities. Amy shudders at the recalls, as she recalls the horrors she had seen. I don't even know how to describe them. I didn't get a good look, she says. All I did was run for my life. Behind me, I heard screams. I know it's not very scientific of me, but I didn't feel like sticking around to learn more. She's right, Marcus says, stopping my train of thought. The things I saw on the monitors, it was crazy. This is insane, I bark. I'm going to the 3rd level to find this Barksdale guy. Thanks for your help. Wait, Marcus said, I'm sticking with you. If you want to get out of here, we have to find Barksdale, right? Yes, Amy says, but Barksdale's on the 3rd floor. It's too dangerous to go back there. I figure I'll let them make their own decisions. In the meantime, I start heading back to the command center to get Dennis. Before I get there, I hear their footfalls behind me getting closer. I give Amy a questioning look, and she quietly looks away, quickly, clearly torn. Neither one of you know your way around here, she says. Looking for Barksdale on your own would be suicide. She has a point. Fine, I say. Let's get Dennis from the command center and head down together. Oh, good to know they're not on this level. But we're about to face some serious stuff after this. This is some Stranger Things stuff right here, guys. We enter the command center, and I'm happy to see that Dennis has regained some of his color. We're going to get you some help, I tell him. And then we're going to find our crew and get the hell out of here. More help would be great, he says. But the way you took an hour to get my shirt off earlier, I'm not letting you touch me again. Wait, Amy says. Maybe one of us should stay here with him. I'll be okay, Dennis says. He stands to his feet with a grunt. I don't know what's out there, Amy says. I saw them. I saw what they can do. This facility is not safe. I don't think there are any on this floor, but I want to know what they're capable of doing. The more we know, the better. Never mind, she says. Come on, we just need to be careful. Marcus looks a little hesitant, but he nods his agreement, and the four of us exit the command center. Damn it. Did you want to tell me anything? Heading back into the hallway, I look back to the monitors. I make a final look at the screen that shows my ragged locking site and feel a pang of sorrow. Then I look to the other monitors, showing live feeds of the facility's security cameras. I try to tell myself that I'm not looking for any sign of Amy's creatures, but I can't. It's exactly what I'm doing. There's no need to pretend otherwise. We head back to the hall and toward the elevator. The tension exists between us like a physical presence. This is going to be a wild ride. We step inside. The elevators and those pristine doors close. Inside the elevator, Amy seems to become much more guarded at distance from us. I want to assure her that I mean her no harm, but I'm also not going to put the rifle down. So you have pretty high clearance in this place, right? I ask her. That's right. So what kind of experiments are we talking about here? What went wrong? When she starts to answer my question, I can tell that it's something of a relief for her to get some of it off her chest. There's been a lot of work on a project taking place here over the last 3 years or so. The purpose is to find out if there is any real viable science behind the point-to-point instantiation. Like teleportation, I ask. Oh my god, Marcus says. I had no idea. I knew there was some weird stuff here, but nothing this insane. It's really not all that insane, Amy says. We found our first major breakthrough about 9 months ago. We were able to transport a live rat from its cage on level 3 to a small lab in New Mexico. The trip took the rat 5 seconds. Are you kidding me? Dennis says. I can tell that he wants to sound as if he's mocking the idea, but he fails. He's scared. Not at all, Amy says. The problem was that when the rat arrived, its retinas were detached and its intestines were outside of its body. What does that have to do? I can either say, what does this have to do with us now, or did you ever perfect it? Oh god. I guess, did you ever perfect it? Well, about 6 months ago, we successfully made that same experiment. The rat arrived in great health, and this time, in just 3 seconds. Still, one of the things that we needed to tweak in order to make the process completely safe was how to figure out how to keep the subject on a straight course. When the matter is being transported, not only is its atoms being unknit and then put back together upon arrival. Unknit. That sounds terrifying. Yes, deconstructed and translated through space. It's the only way we know how to do it right now. But the issue, as I said, comes in keeping the deconstructed subject on a straight course to its destination. this occurs, we're deforming space-time. We are creating a shortcut through space, and that has risks. Why exactly? Dennis asks. Because there are many more dimensions in space than the three we exist on. She explains. There's some evidence that there may as well be 10, be as many as 10. But when you send the rat to New Mexico, it's traveling through another dimension to get there. I ask. Basically. And because of that, we're trying to get a better understanding of what those other dimensions are capable of. Things that a great deal of the population would be scared of if they knew what we were doing. Hence, all the privacy. Then today, the power went out. As we were right in the middle of the experiment, something happened. What? I don't know. She's speaking with the authority of someone who knows what she's talking about. I can either ask, is that why those creatures are here, or what have you seen in these dimensions? Well, clearly that's why these creatures are here. I'm assuming so. Other worlds, other tech-market universes, where our laws of nature don't apply, she says, not bothering to explain what that means. I'm not clear for such things, but I do get the reports. What reports? Marcus asks. I'm giving access to the results of the tests. In other words, Marcus replies, clearly upset, you guys have been peeking into other dimensions and taking notes on what you see. I can't believe I've wasted my life for this, he murmurs to himself. It looks like he's starting to freak out. Amy is quiet. Her expression indicates that she's waiting to see how I react to this all. I mean, to be honest, this is incredible, but it is also insane. But what do I tell her? I'm gonna tell her this is insane. This just doesn't seem right. You weren't impressed with Amy's work. Why do you think this place is such a secret? Amy asks. Why don't you think it's why do you think it's so well hidden? She's right, Marcus says. There are things that take place here that make sci-fi movies look like it's a TV show. I shake my head. It's then that I realize that it's not what I don't believe them. It's that I'm trying my hardest to convince myself that they are insane. Marcus, on the other hand, is incredulous. I don't want anything to do with this, he says. All this time I've been working for. He laughs cruelly, and the sound of it makes my blood go cold for a moment. Just a single level beneath my feet. You assholes have been tearing apart space and time. Marcus continues. When the elevator doors open, I can't get out fast enough. The tension is growing way too thick for my liking. Outside the elevator, we step out into what appears to be a massive industrial area. The carnage waiting for us is unlike anything I've seen in the upper levels. Oh God. Here we go. The area looks industrial. Like everything was built for utility only. But more noticeable than that is all of the blood. My God, I've never seen so much blood. Those creatures must have had a field day. Holy shit, Marcus says. Doesn't like a man that just awoke from a very bad dream. There are more personnel in this area when the experiment went haywire, Amy says. As if the explanation makes it all better. No research you all do down here could be worth this, I say. We have to get moving, or we're going to lose our nerve. Amy, let's focus. Barksdale's in the hangar room, I ask. If he's still alive, yes, that's where he'll be. Then let's hurry, I say. As far as I can tell, Dennis is going to be much better, but I am beginning to grow tired of trying to keep my fear at bay. Between the blood on the floor, the silence of level 3, and Amy's talk with the lab of the rats, I'm getting freaked out. I mean, Amy could just direct me. I can ask Amy, can you take the lead? Or I'll go first, stay behind me. I'm the one with the gun, I'll go first, and Amy will lead me. That makes more sense. The four of us start walking ahead, with me in the lead. We stop walking when we come to the remains of what looks like to be 3 different people. It's hard to tell how many bodies there were because they have been torn to shreds and are distorted. 2 of the bodies look as if they have been fused together. One of the man looks to have had his leg welded through the floor. I can see this man's face. He died in an abject state of horror, his mouth wide open in the eternal scream. I'm not investigating bodies, it's not gonna help me out. Unless I might find a key card or something, like maybe a key. Does he have a face pushed into the floor like Buddy, barely attached to a separated skull? A single dead eye stares at me. I think I might puke. Behind me, Marcus does just that. As I listen to him heaving, my eyes cannot leave the carnage. There is blood everywhere, a crimson pool flooding the floor. There are hunks of skin and tissue splattered on the wall, and strands of unspooled intestine that clings to the floor like a dead snake. Marcus steps up behind me, and when he speaks, his voice is soft and flat. What the hell could do that to someone? He asks. The thing I saw, Amy answers. They could do it pretty easily, I think. She looks pale, knowing that she may pass out at any moment. Tears spill from her eyes, and she's visibly shaken. But she soldiers on, looking back to me and stepping to the side of the gruesome carnage. Her eyes again go to the rifle, and she doesn't look very hopeful. You good to go? She asks. We need to move on, but for some reason I can't take my eyes off the scene. My mind is reeling, trying to process it all. I want to make sure that if there's anything around here that may be useful, so I don't look around some more. I've never seen so much blood before. What's even more sickening than the mayhem is the unnatural look of it. I'm familiar with blood splatter. I've getting a deer about 60 miles per hour on the interstate with a load of logs left behind me. Many of these bodies may have somehow been gently pushed into the wall. The floor, halfway inside a desk, dead. No explosive power, just squeezed and pressed like clay. Their faces contorted into the screams, trying to comprehend what is happening to them. Still, I managed to steady my nerves. I took a few deep breaths, and I'm finally able to continue onward. We leave the grisly sight behind, moving into another equally destroyed area. From what I can tell, the next room was once open. It was an open area for experimentation. The place hasn't just been destroyed. It's been physically altered in a way that makes no sense. The girders look to have been warped, the very materials distorted and twisted. To my right, the machine has been catapulted. It looks to have somehow burned with the wall rather than crashing into it. Beyond these phenomena, there's the standard violence I was expecting to see. There's a limb arms sticking out from underneath the wreckage, and more blood. I see no signs of an explosion, which makes me wonder just how this happened. Seeing the aftermath, it sickened me enough, but it makes me wonder if Amy saw it while it was happening. I'll ask her about the girders. I don't need to remember about the people. Oh, we caught a glimpse of it, she says. It was like trying to focus your eye on something that was too close. They just started twisting, but not creaking or breaking. It's like these creatures were able to deform matter. She pauses here, and that's when we hear something echoing through the facility. It comes from behind us, and slightly to the right. I'm not sure what it is, but it makes my blood feel like ice. It sounds almost like static from an AM radio, but there's a high-pitched noise beneath it that I can't even start to fathom. What the hell is that? I ask, instantly clapping my hands to my ears. One of them, Amy says, her voice a whisper. One of the creatures. That's what they sound like, Dennis asks. I see that he's leaning against the wall, again, wincing at the noise. I suddenly realize that I have a deep death grip on the rifle, ready to shoot at the next thing I see. How far? Or should I ask how far they are? Anything in between us and them? I don't know if there's anything between us, because I don't think it matters how far they are. Not really, she says. None of these hallways are blocked off by secret doors. Everyone seems to take this as the cue to start moving again. We make our way around the office wreckage, now with a new purpose in our step. We barely make it to the other side of the room, approaching a dark hallway where another high-pitched noise sounds out. This one's louder, closer. We all share a terrified look, and I can tell that Amy is on the verge of losing it. I grip the rifle tightly as we head towards the hallway in front of us. I don't think she's gonna know if we can kill these things. How much further to the hangar? Close, she says. Just at the end of this hallway. Dennis speaks up, his voice like ice. Why don't we just all ask that, huh? No one says anything after, but I can feel the presence of terror around us, pressing in on us, like some new violent gravity. Oh my god, these things are terrifying. Oh, there's more blood. Oh my god. The small utility hall is well lit. It looks as if it was designed only to be used by select maintenance workers. What goes on in this area, I ask. I'm looking at Morskis, and I ask the question, but he only shrugs in response. She might know, he replies, pointing to Amy. I've never been down here before. It's just a utility hallway, Amy says. But at the end there is a maintenance room. There should be a gun or two in there. It's also the most direct path to the hangar entrance. As we walk quickly and quietly down the hall, I take a glimpse ahead and feel the hair on the back of my neck stand on end. The lights become more sparsely spaced, and it's impossible to see just how far the hall extends into the darkness. This hallway has the occasional trace of bloodshed, but there's nothing like the main area we've come. We continue further down, and just as I begin to see what looks like a large metal door further ahead, I hear yet another shrill sound. This one sounds farther away, but no less demonic. How many of these things did you see? Dennis asks Amy. 3, but that's just what I saw. There could be more. What did they look like? Dennis asks. And I know this is rattling my nerves, but I need to know. Yeah, what are we dealing with? I don't even know how to explain them, she says. Monsters, that's the only word I can think of. My mind seemed to struggle just by trying to understand what I was seeing. They're big, and they may seem to jerk around every few feet or so. They're like they're made of light. Just about all I know for sure. You know, my ex-husband always said I'd let my work kill me. She continues, seemingly unable to stop herself. I mean, I doubt he imagined this exact scenario, but still. As we make our way to the hangar doors, another high-pitched noise rings out. Angrier now. Amy stops walking, causing all of us to stop and turn to her. We have to do something to slow these things down, she says. No, Marcus snaps. There's no time. We need to distance ourselves and get to the hangar fast. Amy ignores him, deep in thought. There's an old hydraulic door set into the wall right here, she says. It hasn't been used for years, though. She looks to me, pleading her case. Together we might be able to pull it closed behind us to keep the things back. Those hydraulic doors weigh a ton, Marcus says. There's no way it'll work. Roger, Amy says. What do you think? They'll have a hard time getting to us if the doors are closed. Look, Marcus shouts, starting to me. We need to get to the hangar now. Okay, I trust Amy. I think Amy knows what she's talking about. She has more clearance. She's one of the scientists here. We should close the door. looking as well. A minute passes, then you see a small metal frame that runs from the floor to ceiling. Is that it? I ask. Yes, Amy says. I look to the floor, and she's an old metal track that runs along the frame. Let's move it, I say. Amy, Dennis, and I start pulling as hard as we can, but it barely budges an inch. Behind us, the static noise rings out again. My heart seems to stutter, and Marcus lets out a little whine. We're running out of time. We need to go. Marcus screams. Those things are getting closer every second. We need to commit. Help us, Marcus. It won't make any difference, he says. Shut up and help us, and then we'll find out. I shout. Reluctantly, Marcus walks over and grasps the door. We all groan and strain to pull. It starts inching, slowly, and then begins moving steadily. Once we get it started, it slides easily. As we near the wall, closing off the hallway behind us, and then you can see the merest glimpse of an odd, illuminated shape in the darkness. It cuts off by the slight thump of a hydraulic door, being pushed against the frame in the opposite wall. Amy turns the lock into place. Great. Now let's all ask, says Marcus. We all turn and get moving ahead, still feeling assured about our prospects. The fact that yet another shrill noise sounds out elsewhere in the facility is not calming. And then there are two of them. It's almost like they're calling out to one another. The doors of the hangars sit up ahead like the entrance to some enormous labyrinth. I'm hoping keep those guys barred up back there. I don't know if they can face the walls or anything. When we reach the hangar doors, I get a true sense of how impenetrable they are. Computer terminals mounted on the wall, nearby, and has a blinking red light. Any idea what this means? I ask. It's an automatic lock. A fail-safe from the lockdown, Amy says. I've never been down here before, Marcus says. If I had known this door was here, I would have opened it earlier. How? Amy asks. The fear no worse is more present than ever. From the command center, he says. You need to override from there first, then use this terminal to open the hangar doors. The command center on the second floor, I ask. Yeah. Amy shakes her head and lets out a nervous laugh. Are you kidding? She asks. We pulled the hydraulic door and blocked off the hallway, remember? If we want to get into the hangar, we have to get back to the command center, Marcus says. Isn't there another way? Turning to Marcus, Amy replies, oh, there's another elevator. We'll need to go through the biochem storage. I need to stay with Dennis so we can rest, I say. You two go. You know your way around this place. And you know the controls, Marcus. Fine, Marcus says. But we'll need to be armed. Oh, hang on a second. Should I give Amy the gun? Or should I give Marcus the gun? Honestly, I don't trust Marcus. I don't trust him at all. But Amy with the gun, she's terrified, she's scared. Fuck. I'm gonna give Marcus the gun. Oh man, I don't like the sound of that. I hand Marcus the rifle and he turns to go. Amy gives me a concerned look, but follows along behind. Once Amy and Marcus make it a good distance down the hallway, Dennis lets out a nervous laugh. And then there were two, he says. Dennis looks much better, but he still needs to use the wall to stay standing. Didn't Amy say anything that there were guns and emergency kits in the maintenance room near the hangar doors, I ask. Yeah, I think so, Dennis says, looking exhausted. I look ahead and see a door to the right that reads maintenance. Might as well give it a try. I look to the door, try to open it, find that it's locked. I'm gonna try to kick it down. I think it'd be better. You're not supposed to kick down. You're not supposed to shove it over your shoulders. You'll break your shoulder. You're supposed to kick it down. I give it a frustrated kick, but it doesn't budge. I'm about to try again, but that's when I hear the dry, choking sound from just down the hallway. It's barely audible, but it's not my imagination. I first thought that it's one of these things, one of the monsters. But after calming my nerves and reassessing, it sounds more like a person. I think about how angry and on edge Amy was when she turned to leave, as well as how scared Marcus looked. Alarm bells sound in my head, and before I know it, I'm heading back down the hall away from the angry doors. Stay here, I'll be right back. I whisper over my shoulder to Dennis. See if you can figure out how to get into the maintenance room. Where you're going? I don't bother answering him. I bound to the door where Amy and Marcus went. Oh God, don't tell me I messed up with that decision, please don't. As I entered the biochem room and started walking between the massive silos, I wonder what classified chemicals can be inside of them. I am fully expecting one of Amy's creatures to come flying from out of the one intersections up of the halls ahead. I think I hear something, a skittering noise, like something moving quickly. I run ahead so fast that I almost trip over two people in a life or death struggle. My mind tries to process what I am seeing, but it makes no sense, not at all. Marcus is on the floor with Amy pinned beneath him, his rifle at her throat, pushing her down to the floor and choking her with it. Her face is turning purple, and her eyes look like they might pop out of her head. Marcus sees me coming down the hallway, but asks if what he's doing is perfectly normal. I try to stop him. No hesitation. I start rushing towards him before I really know what I'm doing. I bring my fist down hard mark across the bridge of his nose, and I'm rewarded with a sick crackling sound. He cries out as he falls onto the ground. Look at me if he doesn't understand why I punched him. On the floor, Amy clutches at her neck, gasps for breath. I start to fear that I was a moment too late, just as I see the rifle has been thrown across the room. Marcus seems to notice in the exact same moment that I do. I go for the rifle because I don't want Amy going for the rifle if she did cause some trouble. We both go for the rifle at once. He takes a single stumbling step towards it, wobbling a bit for my punch. I dive for him, and when I hit the floor, it feels like I'm a baseball player trying to steal third. My hands both fall on it, but when I yank it away, he manages to keep me knocked the rifle to the floor again. The kick catches me squarely in my rib, knocking the breath out of me. What the hell are you doing? He yells at me. By killing her, I'm saving us all. All of this wasn't her fault. That doesn't make any sense. I says that he truly believes this. But if that's the case, then why not just shoot her rather than strangle her with a rifle? The answer is simple. We would have heard the gunshot. And I, one of those things, would have come running. He wanted to kill her quickly. And then what? What would he have done to save Dennis and me? It seems fitting, really. When we first came upon Marcus, he all got on us. I'd been so relieved to see another human being that I had underestimated just how unhinged he was. Morgan and I both dive for the rifle, still laying on the floor. He starts wrestling for possession, but I'm not confident I'll come away with it. As we struggle, he starts inching the muzzle on the gun towards my face. A position I don't want to be in. I start pushing back hard, but if this thing accidentally fires, I'm not sure, and I prefer the bullet to go especially in this room full of chemical tanks. I'm sorry, Marcus, but you're too unstable. I'm pushing that gun towards you. I grunt as I push the muzzle towards his face. Realizing he's literally looking down the barrel of the gun, Marcus ducks his head out of the way. This makes him lose leverage, allowing me to yank the gun from his grip. I get to my feet as quickly as I can, swinging the rifle back on him. For a moment, I think I've knocked him out, but his eyes fluttered, and he looks at me as if I've betrayed him. Her people, he says. It was them that did this. She deserves to die. She did this. I look to Amy and wish I could help her. I believe the thing she is managing to draw in a few breaths. Her legs move as she tries to push herself into a sitting position. You wouldn't know, Marcus says. You didn't know. You didn't work under their secrecy. You don't know what it was like to. He says, surprises me by try to dodge. I don't want to shoot. Sam is born and his strength is failing, so I dodge him easily. I don't want to have a gunshot go off and alert those creatures to where we are. Make a hard jab with the butt of the rifle, striking him in his chest. Something crunches and he lets out a whoosh of air. He grumbles for a moment, and then he goes to his knees. He roars in a pain on the floor. Only after a few moments, I realize that they are not purely screams of pain. The bastard is calling for them, calling for those creatures to come for us. This place is evil, along with everyone involved. He wails from the floor. If you are taking our side, then you deserve to die too. If you want to stop me, you're doing now, you coward. The rage in his eyes at Amy, as well as towards me from stopping him, makes me think that he'll deliver up a little around his threat. I raise the rifle again, and every urge in my body wanting to make sure he doesn't come back to bite us. But I am not a violent man. I could easily not kill him and just leave him behind. Oh, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't afford him to get back and try to screw us over. I'm sorry. But he's going down. He decided to kill Marcus. I aim for his head and start to squeeze the trigger. But I can't complete the motion while I'm looking at him. I close my eyes tight and squeeze the trigger. The muzzle bursts as I hear Marcus crumble to the floor. It's not for another 10 seconds or so. Then I realize I've been standing still, frozen, with my eyes closed and my teeth clenched. I tried to avoid looking at Marcus's body, and instead leaned down to Amy. "You okay?" I ask. She nods slowly. "I have to go," she says, her voice raspy. "They'll be here any minute. Too much noise." I have to hold her arm so she can get to her feet. We start forward, and then I think of Dennis. We should go back to the hangar doors, I say. I can't just leave Dennis there. There's no time, Amy says. You need to come with me up to the command center. Now. We'll be back for him soon. I stare at Marcus's dead body for a moment, trying to comprehend the fact that my own hand caused him to die. It is a turning point in my life that I will never recover from. There's no time to weigh it now. As I look at him, another high-pitched static sound rings out from elsewhere. It's louder, more ferocious. Amy takes off, presumably towards the other elevator she had mentioned moments ago. As we move out, I look back once more at Marcus's body, motionless. We start running, and after the first few strides, another noise sounds out. It sounds mechanical, but at the same time, it also reminds me of the recording I've heard of the whale songs. It's that metallic creaking and crashing that goes through the door and came in through. They reached through the hydraulic door was pulled, Amy says, confirming that what I'm thinking. The sounds grow louder, and it's clear that they're struggling with it, which is good. We have a bit more time. I speed up my step to follow Amy as she lays down the elevator. She leads the way to the other elevator. She's panting furiously, but pushes on. I can hear something rattling in her breath, likely the result of Marcus's attack. This makes me imagine how his cold, uncaring eyes must have looked, staring down at her as he tried to deliver her to death. But she's still forging on. But how she's still forging on is beyond me. I'm sorry about Marcus, I say. It was not your fault, she interrupts. When you did the gun, you didn't know you would use it on me. I just hope we can find a way to survive this mess. We'll be fine, don't worry. I need to make sure I stay confident. I'm not sure, she says, her eyes fixed straight ahead. I'm not sure I can blame her. I'd want to say something encouraging, I guess. We finally come to the elevator at the end of the row of silos. The elevator doors slide open slowly, and at the moment, we hear something behind us, a strangled sort of whistling sound. We step inside. inside and turn around to face the biochem room. Thankfully, we've been given a few moments to spare. The elevator doors remain open for 3 seconds before they start to slide closed again. In those 3 sounds, I see a large shape floating towards us. A phosphorescent-like white glow outlines an impossible shape. Behind it, I see another shape that's also entered the biochem room, and another. The third one breaks away from the other 2, taking a quick right. It moves with eerie speed. They're heading in the direction of Marcus's body. Honestly, the thought of them feasting on his corpse doesn't bother me in the slightest. Amy is pressing the button to close the elevator doors over and over, but they stay open for what seems like an eternity. I curse whoever designed the damn doors. I stand at the doorway ready to shoot. We can't go anywhere, I figure, so I'm gonna use some hiding. I take a step out and stand firm at the elevator doorway. I hold the rifle steady, ready to fire, and that's when I see them in clear light for the first time. I can see their features, their shape, and their colors, but my mind can't quite process it all. Nothing about them makes any sense. My eyes try to see a squid, but it's not what the things are. They are gray and white and seem to be nothing more than squirming light. Their appendages are neither legs nor tentacles, but somewhere in between. They don't walk on these appendages, but they use them to glide. They move like ghosts and seem to jerk every feet or so. But I'm pretty sure this jerking affects us not just some of their moving, but my mind's inability to understand how they are moving exactly. There's also more than their appearance that makes a mockery of reality. The light around them seems to bend inward, as if a space between the rooms had to reshape itself for their existence. That peculiar effect on the air makes their movement seem like something's moving underwater, only faster. Their screeches unison as they rush towards the elevator. They'll be inside here in another few seconds. I check the rifle and I see that my ammo is diminishing. I have to start saving my shots. I'm going to have to be choosy. I'm gonna be patient. Don't shoot. Save the ammo. You decided to conserve some ammo. They keep advancing, even though I know the doors may not close in time. I manage to keep my cool and avoid firing off more rounds. My finger itches to pull the trigger, but I resist. I'm not even sure if a gun would affect them. Finally, the elevator door closes. The creatures wash against the other side of the door, making the electrical noise and crying out in anger. The tips of their spider-like appendages poke through the wall and the elevator's door, but for some reason they can't get it all the way through. Amy screams at this and goes into a ball in the far corner of the elevator, crying. I say nothing to her. I just cling to the rifle, hoping these creatures don't find Dennis as he waits by the air doors where I left him. For his sake and ours, we need to get them open. Now. End of chapter 3. Oh my god, guys. We just went through the most wildest ride ever. The blunt truth. You and 59% of players told Dennis he'd probably be fine. Well, of course, you want to reassure him he's gonna be okay. Slow them down. You and 35% of players sided with Amy on pulling the hydraulic door. Well, to be honest, I felt like that helped a lot. They probably would have killed Dennis, and probably would have caught up to us. Who to trust? You and 31% of players gave the gun to Marcus. Okay, I'm sorry. I was a fucking idiot. I didn't mean to. Forgive me, please. But, murder or mercy? You and 42% of players killed Marcus. Look, I'm surprised that number isn't lower, actually, but the thing is, he's gone off the deep end. One, he's tried to kill one of us. Well, to be honest, in the end, he tried to kill all of us. So, we needed to prevent that, and honestly, I don't have the balls to ever that was necessary. An hour later, you and 68% of players conserve your bullets for later instead of shooting the other creatures. I'm pretty sure that the elevator was about to close, so I was giving it a chance there. Alright, well, in the next episode, we will begin Chapter 4. Thank you guys for joining me today in this really scary, atmospheric, bloody, and gory playthrough of Chapter 3, Buried. It's been a wild ride, and if you guys have been staying awake, then thank you for listening, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. It's spooky and a little nerve-wracking, but it's great. And if you're falling asleep to this, so be it. I'm glad it's giving you something to listen to while while you sleep or fall asleep. And yeah, if you did fall asleep, if you want to continue the story, feel free to watch again. And thank you guys. If you did enjoy this, definitely leave a like. If there's anything else I should have done, something differently, leave a comment below, guys. And yeah, it'll be maybe 3 days until I get the next episode out, but hopefully it'll be soon, and hopefully you guys will join me as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.